What's up YouTube, Dealings here today, here to break down the reveal of Destiny 2. And to start things off, I want to talk about the story mode, which deals with the Red Legion, a Cabal faction, invading the last city, which is led by their commander, Gaul, or it goes by Gary in some cases. And he believes the Traveler made a mistake in giving humanity the light. And Bungie does show off gameplay of this event happening, and it's titled Homecoming. Ultimately, Gaul does succeed in his invasion, which leads to the Guardians getting stripped of their powers and must acquire new powers to face against Gaul and the Red Legion. There's going to be new worlds to explore within Destiny 2, which include the European Dead Zone. You have Titan, which is a moon of Saturn. You have Nessus, a planetoid taken over by the Vex. And then you have Io, which is a moon of Jupiter. Now, I'm not sure if you can return to any old worlds such as Mars or the moon, but if that's not the case, some of these worlds do look pretty good. Also, Bungie has made it easier to travel, seeing that you can go from planet to planet without having to head into orbit first. Also, the campaign for Destiny 2 is going to be a lot more cinematic. There's going to be a lot more cutscenes, which I'm really excited for. And the levels will be more interactive with NPCs assisting you in combat and giving you a good amount of side quests to keep you busy. Now, when it comes down to the gameplay and the multiplayer, the game is going to run at 30 frames per second on console, even if you have a PS4 Pro, which I know a lot of people really aren't happy about, but I'm not going to sit here now like I really care about frames per second, even though 60 frames per second would have been amazing, but I can deal with 30. Also, the Crucible will be 4v4 and will include some new game modes like Countdown. Maybe they'll add new players for a bigger player base. We'll have to wait and see. The weapon format for Destiny 2 has also changed from primary, secondary, and heavy to energy, kinetic, and power. We also get a look at two new weapon types for Destiny 2, which include a grenade launcher and a chain gun. And what's Destiny 2 without some new supers, am I right? So for the Warlock class, we get the Dawn Blade, which allows you to summon a flaming sword. You can use that sword to swing heat blasts at your enemies. And then we have Sentinel for the Titan class, which pretty much allows you to become Captain America. You can use it as a melee tool, or you can throw it around and just bounces off enemies. So if you always wanted to feel like Captain America in Destiny, here you go. And last but not least is the Arc Strider, which is for the Hunter class and pretty much allows you to summon a energy staff, and you're pretty much doing all these acrobatic melee attacks. So it's like Blade Dancer, but I guess you have longer range. I really like these new supers, but it makes me wonder if we're going to get the old supers to return in Destiny 2, because I do miss using those abilities. And the last thing I want to talk about with Destiny 2 is that the new raids and strikes will be available for all players, even if you don't buy the Expansion 1 and Expansion 2, which is fantastic, because that's one of the reasons I hated Destiny in the first place, was because you needed DLC to rank up your Guardians, when that really pissed me off. So hopefully Destiny 2 turns that around. At least that's the way I'm reading into it. Maybe there's something more intricate that I'm missing here, but hopefully DLC isn't required to rank up your Guardian to the max. But overall, this reveal is pretty good. I do understand where people are coming from, where it feels like DLC than an actual sequel, but it does look like Destiny 2 is improving upon what the first Destiny didn't deliver. We're getting a more cinematic and interactive campaign, new worlds, better gameplay mechanics, and a more competitive multiplayer. But there are still a few things in Destiny 2 that I wish were included into this game, such as space combat, because my ship is still being used as a loading screen, which kind of sucks. But let me guys think in the comment section down below about this reveal for Destiny 2. Are you guys excited for the game? Apparently there's going to be a beta for Destiny 2 this summer. My guess is it's going to come out maybe in July, or maybe even after E3, who knows. But let me guys think in the comment section down below about the reveal. Like, subscribe, more content to me on Destiny 2 and other games in general. I'm DemoLex. I'll see you in the future.